Darwin Moons just followed. Darwin Moons said sup GL. ST Grim 17 said sup. ST Grim 17 said thanks for the sub, THNKS for watching. Darwin Oons said dance dance. St Grim 17 said time to make my nut.
And guess what? China is producing them. They don't have any in their country. Wonder why that is. Thanks to our sponsors on the right side of history, angelpaste.com. The Miracle Cream that is infused with vitamin Bs, and also it's non-GMO, no chemicals. Or the orange option that is the immunity fighting and booster. It's a big one. Vitamin C infused as well with non-GMO and no chemicals. How about the natural?
Out there in the meme coin trading world exists a routine in which you log on, take a couple profitable trades, and make $500 per day every single day. On a monthly basis, that comes out to just about $15,000 profit per month just by trading meme coins. Now, is this sustainable? And most importantly, is this something that you can replicate? Well, there's two ways to find out. First is proof of concept. Are there people out there that are actively achieving the results that you want? Let's check it out firsthand. Here I am using Axiom, and this is their brand new Vision tab that they just introduced last week. All the KOLs and some of the most profitable underground traders, making it easier than ever to scout new wallets and see what people are up to. This new tab changes the game completely because there's so many ways to customize it, and just by taking a quick look at it, we can see that some of the most profitable traders like Cupsy have made over $70,000 profit in the last one day, and there's other traders that are making tens and hundreds of Solana profit every single day. And I'm going to show you how you can take advantage of this tab and some of these wallets to get the results that you want. And the main reason that I tell all of my close friends to use Axiom over other trading terminals is because of how quickly they ship features just like this new Vision tab, but also because of their top-notch rewards and cashback system. So far in the past month of trading, I've earned just about 20 SOL completely passively in cash back from Axiom. And this is all just in 1 month of use. So at the current Solana prices, this is roughly $3,500 in completely passive income. If you're not using Axiom already, make sure to use the link down below with the code CAVO. This is going to get you on 2x rewards and 10% cash back, which are both higher than the typical rewards tier. Now, once more, back to the Vision tab. This is where you're going to be seeing all of the profitable KOLs, where when you look at their profile, you can see it links directly to their X accounts, making it easier to find out who it is. But when I'm looking at this tab in terms of customization, I'm going to be typically looking between the last 14 and 30 days just to kind of get a bigger sample size. And I'm typically sorting it by PNL SOL, but sometimes I like to look at the average hold time and see which of these wallets out of the roughly 150 people on this tracker, which of these wallets are holding the longest, but also seeing the most success. If you're new to crypto or you're not familiar with the big wallets and the big Twitter KOLs, you're going to see this person here named Gake. Gake is one of the most profitable traders. As you can see, the last 30 days up 250K. And the cool thing about Gake is Gake doesn't really farm copy traders, but typically buys things that have good thesis and good narratives. So you can see the average hold time is 6 days. And with this combination, typically Gake is not buying that many tokens. If you don't know who Gake is, 100% worth looking into his profile. He's made a lot of huge trades. I think his biggest trade was GOAT, in which he made about 7 figures in total P&L profit. Crazy to see. 6-day hold time. This is definitely a wallet you want to have in your tracker. You can see I already got it labeled as Gake. Let me actually turn this show toasts on, which means that anytime Gake buys something, it's going to pop up in toast and Axiom here. Definitely definitely want to see. Pow is also a very successful trader. Lots of big holds. Currently it says down 1K Solana. I don't know how accurate that is compared to the actual holds that he's currently holding, but definitely Pow and Gake are two humongous names in the space that you definitely want to see what they're buying and selling. When you actually take a deep dive and see when they actually buy and sell, then you can definitely see candles on the chart that reflect this. So for example, Gake last buy was 13 hours ago, 13 sold buy on this Diva coin. And when we actually go back and look, you can see exactly where the candle is. Like for example, when you're looking at this chart, you can see one humongous green candle, and that is how you know Gake purchased the coin. Here it is right here. Didn't even have to know which logo it was, but Gake bought 2K at 90K market cap, which is right around here. And Gake candled it all the way to 300K, 3 to 4x candle just off his buy. And this is definitely a wallet you want to keep track of and tune into on the Vision tab. But let's sort it back in P&L Sol. And while Cupsy and all these top traders are really successful, it's really hard to gain thesis and kind of figure out what they're doing, especially with hold times like 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and 2 minutes. Definitely makes it harder to see. But when you scroll down, obviously we just mentioned Gake. This Clux wallet seems pretty successful, plus 2K Sol in the last 30 days with an hour hold time. An hour is pretty good compared to the rest of the market. I don't personally track Clux, but if we look at some of his top trades, you can see Clux has had a really successful streak, especially over the last 30 days. I mean, he's up 300K. This is definitely a good wallet to at least understand what they're buying. Definitely don't copy trade any of these wallets in terms of buying and selling when they do, but definitely have this wallet in your arsenal to kind of see what they're looking at and see what they're purchasing. Another cool feature is you can just click this calendar button. For example, Clux, he's pretty much every single day so far in August. And July, this is pretty insane to see. Almost every single day. Insane to see. Definitely cool to see wallets like this. And this is kind of how you can take that next leap up in terms of profitability and trading meme coins. Let's keep scrolling. Brox plus 800 Sol, 12 hours. Seems pretty good. Kind of just skipping over people that have short hold times, like 30-second hold time in this market, especially 39 seconds. Like I'm never going to be tracking these kinds of people. And especially if you're a beginner trader, I think that makes it very difficult to actually gain thesis and make money, because by the time they buy, they're pretty much selling within less than a minute. So you don't want to be copy trading and basing thesis on these kind of traders. And no hate to anybody. These are all really profitable and really successful traders. I'm just trying to look out for the beginners who are watching these videos and people who are trying to get better trading meme coins. Now, we've looked at the hold time and we've looked at the total P&L, but another really good metric in my opinion is win rate, because let's say a person buys 10 tokens over the span of a week and makes profit on 7 or 8 of them. That's a 70 to 80% win rate, which as you can see is higher than the majority of traders. So we can just keep scrolling and just look at this column right here, win rate, until we find some wallets that are really high. This one is 67% win rate, which is super good. This wallet right here, 76% win rate, very solid as well. This one is incredible, 94% win rate, 9-minute hold time. That's pretty solid.
Here is exactly how I find those runners when I am searching through all these meme coins, right? We have millions of these pumping out a day, it feels like. First step, you always want to focus on one section. So pick one section you want to get really good at and just focus on that section, especially if you're just starting out, because this is way too many coins pumping through here trying to focus on 3 different rows. Just ignore that part, okay? So me personally, I think migrated is the least risky. I have people that like the final stretch, and usually people hate the new pairs, okay? Why new pairs? Because you're going to get a lot of rugs. Yes, you'll see those people on YouTube that hit a lot of runners on new pairs, but you got to think they're probably using their following to pump up those coins really quick and get in and out of trades super quick, okay? So this is why we're focused on final stretch or new pairs. Personally, I like migrated best. The next step after this is to pick a time a day you want to trade, whether it's for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it may be. I'm usually trading about 1 to 2 hours on meme coins and 1 to 2 hours on futures, okay? I am not here to sit at a screen and trade all day. I don't have time. I have kids. I'm a mom. I'm running them around, running myself around, whatever I'm doing, right? I don't have time to sit in front of a screen like a lot of these teenagers or early 20-year-olds to trade meme coins. So I'm looking for some quick, get in, get out, make your money and run. So same with futures. 1 to 2 hours is all I look for. So next step, if you pull up your display here, you'll notice this is under Pulse on Axiom. So Axiom, they have a lot of cool features they release continuously each week. They have a rewards program where you get sold back, like cash back on a credit card. That's why I kind of use them. But with this, we can easily see all this. I don't have any filters set up. So you notice everyone's looking for filters. I don't think you really need filters, okay? I'm going to be straight with you. The only thing I have turned off up here is Dynamic BC because I get a lot of those crap ones up, okay? So a lot of people ask me as well, how do I just show Bonk coins? But here's just Bonk. We've had a lot of runners on Bonk lately. Usually they'll shoot up to 150, 300K at least, if not higher, right? You're going to hit those runners. But if you want Bonk coins, you could just turn all these off and have Bonk, okay? But I'm just going to go ahead, leave all these up because I don't want to miss anything. Going to hit apply all. And for my display, we're just going to keep pro traders, market cap, volume, fees, transaction, KOLs. I'm doing something with Death Holding. I'm testing something out with. So you don't have to have those up. But as long as we have pro traders up, we're good. And this is this icon right here. This is your pro traders. These are KOLs or key influencers that could be buying into this coin. So these are stuff I'm looking at. Next thing, I want to make sure I am finding the top coins with the most amount of pro traders in this. So I can literally just scroll through this, look for the highest amount of pro traders. I want, depending on the time of day, right? This is going to fluctuate throughout the day depending on the volume coming into the market. It's meme coins, okay? So I want at least, I would say, above 100 pro traders in a coin, okay? But I am, during any session, pulling up the most amount of pro traders, okay? So we got White Horse Porn, okay. So we'll do some quick little TA on this. I already traded for the day, so I'm not going to take any trades. Section after this, I'll go over my exact strategy with you so you know when to enter meme coins so you're not buying the top and you're actually exiting at good points. I found a 16x today just by going with pro traders, which I'll show on the trades we took today next. So if we go pull this up, so you can see it's really cool here. It's 0.618 level. This was probably, this could have been around 150, 200 pro traders, maybe, 5 minutes ago or so. But you'll see here, what I'm looking for is a change of character. So I have a change of character video on my channel going over market structure and change of character, which is very important in trading. So we have a high, we have a higher high, okay? 2 highs, we have some higher lows being made. We even created, I know it's not a perfect double bottom, but double bottom right here, okay? A lot of times you'll see this on meme coins where it comes down to these fib levels. I'm talking the 0.618, 0.5, 0.786. We'll make this double or triple bottom, which I'll show you a couple of trades we took earlier today on this, whenever this video comes out. But a couple of trades we took earlier today on this. We made this double bottom. We already had our change of character. And if we were looking to get in, we can look to get in here, okay? So this was probably around 200, 150 pro traders back here, would be my guess. So if we're flipping our fib around, we're either looking to get out at this one level. A lot of times meme coins will do a double top or they'll hit this first kind of resistance level. So this was our first kind of wave up, which we're normally hitting, okay? So this one came all the way to a 250K, which 150, 250K is pretty typical of a Bonk coin, I would say. So we drew our fib, we saw that 0.618. Next, you're simply going to flip your fib around. Usually we want to be looking for these 1.272 levels, 1.618 levels for our take profit area. Could this come back up? Yes, it could. Did we hit resistance?
Brought the whole of him. And the Lord said, Whereunto shall I liken the men of this generation? And what thing are they like unto? They are like unto little children, sitting in the marketplace, and crying one to another, and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned to you, and ye have not wept. For John Baptist came neither eating bread, nor drinking wine, and ye say he hath the devil. The Son of Man is come, and eateth and drinketh, and ye say, Behold, a man which is a glutton, and a drinker of wine, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of all her children. And one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with him, and he went into the Pharisee's house, and sat down at table. And behold, a woman in the city which was a sinner, when she knew that Jesus sat at table in the Pharisee's house, she brought a box of ointment, and she stood at his feet behind him, weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointment. Now when the Pharisee which bade him saw it, he spake within himself, saying, If this man were a prophet, he would surely have known who and what manner of woman this is which toucheth him, for she is a sinner. And Jesus answered, and said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And he said, Master, say on. There was a certain lender which had 2 debtors. The one ought 500 pence, and the other 50. When they had nothing to pay, he forgave them both. Which of them therefore, tell me, will love him most? Simon answered and said, I suppose that he to whom he forgave most. And he said unto him, Thou hast truly judged. Then he turned to the woman, and said unto Simon, Seest thou this woman? I entered into thine house, and thou gavest me no water to my feet. But she hath washed my feet with tears, and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss. But she, since the time I came in, hath not ceased to kiss my feet. Mine head with oil thou didst not anoint, but she hath anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, many sins are forgiven her, for she loved much. To whom a little is forgiven, he doth love a little. And he said unto her, Thy sins are forgiven thee. And they that sat at table with him began to say within themselves, Who is this that even forgiveth sins? And he said to the woman, Thy faith hath saved thee. Go in peace. Luke, chapter 8. And it came to pass afterward that he himself went through every city and town, preaching and publishing the kingdom of God. And the 12 were with him, and certain women which were healed of evil spirits and infirmities, as Mary which was called Magdalene, out of whom went 7 devils, and Joanna the wife of Chuza, Herod's steward, and Susanna, and many others which ministered unto him of their substance. Now when much people were gathered together, and were come unto him out of all cities, he spake by a parable. A sower went out to sow his seed, and as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and it was trodden under feet, and the fowls of heaven devoured it up. And some fell on the stones, and when it was sprung up, it withered away, because it lacked moistness. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up with it, and choked it. And some fell on good ground, and sprang up, and bare fruit 100-fold. And as he said these things, he cried, He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Then his disciples asked him, demanding what parable that was. And he said, Unto you it is given to know the secrets of the kingdom of God, but to others in parables, that when they see, they should not see, and when they hear, they should not understand. The parable is this: the seed is the word of God, and they that are beside the way are they that hear. Afterward cometh the devil, and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. But they that are on the stones are they which when they have heard receive the word with joy, but they have no roots, which for a while believe, but in the time of temptation go away. And that which fell among thorns are they which have heard, and after their departure are choked with cares, and with riches, and voluptuous living, and bring forth no fruit. But that which fell on good ground are they which with an honest and good heart hear the word, and keep it, and bring forth fruit with patience. No man, when he hath lighted a candle, covereth it under a vessel, neither putteth it under the bed, but setteth it on a candlestick, that they that enter in may see the light. For nothing is secret that shall not be evident, neither anything hid that shall not be known, and come to light. Take heed therefore how ye hear, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken even that which it seemeth that he hath. Then came to him his mother and his brethren, and could not come near to him for the press. And it was told him by certain which said, Thy mother and thy brethren stand without, and would see thee. But he answered and said unto them, My mother and my brethren are these which hear the word of God, and do it. And it came to pass on a certain day that he went into a ship with his disciples. And he said unto them, Let us go over unto the other side of the lake. And they launched forth. And as they sailed, he fell asleep. And there came down a storm of wind on the lake, and they were filled with water, and were in jeopardy. Then they went to him, and awoke him, saying, Master, Master, we perish. And he arose, and rebuked the wind, and the waves of water, and they ceased, and it was calm. Then he said unto them, Where is your faith? And they feared, and wondered among themselves, saying, Who is this that commandeth both the wind and water, and they obey him? So they sailed unto the region of the Gadarenes, which is over against Galilee. And as he went out to land, there met him a certain man out of the city, which had devils long time, and he wore no garment, neither abode in house, but in the graves. And when he saw Jesus, he cried out, and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, the Son of God the Most High? I beseech thee, torment me not. For he commanded the foul spirit to come out of the man. For oft times he had caught him, therefore he was bound with chains, and kept in fetters. But he brake the bands, and was carried of the devil into wildernesses. Then Jesus asked him, saying, What is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into the deep. And there was near by an herd of many swine feeding on an hill. And the devils besought him that he would suffer them to enter into them. So he suffered them. Then went the devils out of the man, and entered into the swine. And the herd was carried with violence from a steep down place into the lake, and was choked. When the herdsmen saw what was done, they fled. And when they were departed, they told it in the city and in the country. Then they came out to see what was done, and came to Jesus, and found the man, out of whom the devils were departed, sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind. And they were afraid. They also which saw it told them by what means he that was possessed with the devil was. Then the whole multitude of the country about the Gadarenes besought him that he would depart from them. For they were taken with a great fear. And he went into the ship and returned. Then the man, out of whom the devils were departed, besought him that he might be with him.